Imagine this. It's 2026, new iPhones are dropping with crazy AI tricks and titanium bodies, and you're still rocking a 4-year-old iPhone 14 that feels shockingly solid. Mind-blowing, right? This little guy was never the flashy flagship, but in real life today, it might just be one of the smartest budget buys out there. Does it still crush everyday tasks, or is it finally showing its age? Stick around. I'm breaking it all down with zero hype, just honest real-world use. All right, let's jump right in. I've been daily driving this iPhone 14 for the past couple weeks in 2026, mixing it with my main phone to see how it actually holds up. No lab tests, just real stuff. Commutes, photos to the gram, scrolling TikTok, light gaming, and those long days where you forget the charger. Here's what surprised me. The design? Yeah, it's the same flat-edge aluminum sandwich with ceramic shield glass that Apple's been using for years. No big surprises here. No dynamic island, no USB-C. Still that lightning port, which feels ancient next to everything else. But you know what? It still looks and feels premium in the hand. The 6.1-inch size is perfect if you hate giant phones. Slips easily into any pocket. One-handed use is a breeze. Colors have held up nicely too. That shifting blue is still my favorite. It catches light in a cool way. Build quality is top-notch. After 4 years, no creaks, no weird flex. And get this, repairs are actually easy and cheap compared to older models. Crack the back glass? Apple's modular design means it's way more affordable to fix than the 13. If you're clumsy like me, that's a huge win. Rhetorical question for you. When was the last time you saw a phone this old still feel this solid? Not many. Screen-wise, it's at 6.1-inch Super Retina XDR OLED, 1170 by 2532 resolution, up to 1,200 nits peak brightness. Outdoors in direct sunlight, still punches through no problem. Colors pop, blacks are deep, and HDR content looks great for streaming. But here's the honest part. It's stuck at 60 Hz. In 2026, when even budget Androids are rocking smooth 120 Hz, you notice the difference scrolling fast or playing games. It's not bad by any means, super responsive for most things, but it doesn't have that buttery feel of newer pros. No always-on display either, which the Pro models got. If you're coming from a high-refresh phone, you might miss it. Still, for everyday Netflix messages and photos, it's more than good enough. Under the hood, it's the A15 Bionic, the same one from the 13 Pro with 6 GB RAM. In 2026, running the latest iOS 26. Does it stutter? Not really. Apps open instantly. Multitasking is smooth, and even some light gaming like Genshin Impact or Call of Duty runs fine on medium settings. No crazy overheating during normal use. I've thrown everything at it, dozens of tabs, background apps, 4K video editing in iMovie, and it handles it without breaking a sweat. Benchmarks aren't headline grabbing anymore, but real world, it's snappy enough that most people won't notice it's old. The extra GPU core from the Pro version helps with graphics. That said, heavy AI features on the newest iPhones will feel faster. But for 95% of what normal folks do, this thing is still a beast. Cameras were the big upgrade back in 2022, and they still shine in 2026. 12-megapixel main with a bigger sensor, ultra-wide, and that autofocus selfie cam up front. Low-light performance is impressive thanks to Photonic Engine. Night shots have better detail, less noise, and natural colors. Dynamic range is solid. Highlights don't blow out as easily. Daytime photos? Sharp, vibrant, with that classic iPhone processing everyone loves. Video is still Apple's strong suit. 4K at 60 frames per second with incredible stabilization and cinematic mode. For social media, reels, or family pics, it's more than enough. No telephoto zoom, sure, but the ultra-wide covers most scenarios. I took it out on a busy city walk recently. Crowded streets, golden hour, some low-light alleys, and the results were genuinely great. Better than a lot of mid-range phones today. Not flagship level in every metric, but for real life, you'll be happy. Battery is one area where age shows a bit, depending on your unit's health. The 3,279 milliamp hours, so that efficient A15 and modem still gets me through a full day of moderate use. Social media, calls, some streaming, maybe 5 to 6 hours of screen on time. In my tests, it edges out the iPhone 13 in some scenarios thanks to optimizations. Heavy gaming or constant 5G. You'll want to top up by evening. Charging is still slow via Lightning. About 2 hours with a 20 watts brick. No wireless speeds that blow you away. If your battery health is below 85%, a replacement cheap and easy brings it right back to life. Big one. In 2026, the iPhone 14 is still getting full iOS 26 updates and security patches. Apple supports these things for years, and this model should keep going strong into the early 2030s. New features trickle down nicely. No major bugs or slowdowns from the OS. It's optimized beautifully. Satellite SOS is still there for emergencies. Crash detection works. And the whole ecosystem feels seamless if you're in Apple's world. Now, the money talk, because this is where the iPhone 14 gets really interesting in 2026. New unlocked iPhone 14s are rare and pricey if you find them at Apple or big retailers. Often $600 to $700 plus if any stock left, which isn't a great deal when newer models exist. But here's the smart move. Used and refurbished prices have dropped hard. On platforms like Swappa, eBay, Amazon Renewed, and Backmarket, you're seeing excellent condition 128 gigabytes models going for $210 to $320 on average. Facebook Marketplace and local deals can dip even lower, sometimes under $250 for good units. Trade-in values hover around $230 to $350, depending on condition and storage. Compare that to original $799 launch price. It's a steal. At $250 to $300 used, this phone delivers flagship-level build, camera, and software support that crushes most budget Androids. It's insanely affordable for what you get, especially if you're entering iOS or upgrading from something older like an iPhone 11 or 12. Offline stores and carriers often have similar deals on pre-owned. Just check battery health. Aim for 85% plus. Buy from reputable sellers with returns, and you're golden. At that price, the value is hard to beat. So, is the iPhone 14 still working great in 2026? Absolutely. For most people, yes. It handles real-world use without drama. Takes fantastic photos and video. Stays snappy and gets long-term updates. The compact design and premium feel hold up amazingly well. But if you can stretch your budget, newer iPhones bring smoother displays, faster chips USB-C, and those advanced AI features that are becoming more useful. The gap to the 14 Pro or current base models is noticeable if you want the latest bells and whistles. For me, if you're on a budget coming from an older phone or just want a reliable daily driver without overspending, this iPhone 14 at used prices around $250 to $300 is still a smart, no regrets pick. It proves Apple hardware ages gracefully. What do you think? Would you grab one in 2026, or are you eyeing something newer? Drop your thoughts in the comments, like if this helped, and subscribe for more real-world tech talks. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.